Hi, I'm Greg,
Hi, I'm Will.
and welcome to our 14th episode of Theme Parks and Patents.
Today we're talking about Frankenstein Monsters Unleashed at Dark Universe and Epic Universe, an upcoming park at Universal in Orlando.
So I think they changed, it was Unleashed, but now it's Unchained. So it's Monsters Unchanged.
Oh yeah.
Is the new title, I believe. They just, we're going to do a couple videos here on the Epic Universe, because they're releasing details right now on the different lands, and the Dark Universe land video just came out, and so we're going to kind of compare and contrast, what they have as far as patents, what Disney has for similar type rides, and so we can just talk about all the different rides. But it looks super interesting. What do you watched the video? What do you think about the Monsters Unchained?
I think it's good. I think the story is interesting, and I like it.
Okay, with the Victoria Frankenstein.
Yes, and she's like the Dr. Frankenstein's or Henry Frankenstein or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like great granddaughter. So
the ride is going to be like a Kuka arm, which is the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and we know there's one patent on it that we're going to go through. We're excited for the Kuka arm patent.
Yeah.
You like Forbidden Journey? I don't.
Yeah.
But you do.
Yeah. If there's two rides that my mom and dad hate at Universal, it's The Simpsons and Harry and Forbidden Journey.
I might hate Forbidden Journey more, but anyway. So we're gonna jump over to the patent here, and you can see. So what this is, it's for the restraint system, and if you read about it, what they're trying to do different from Harry Potter, so let's look at figure 1, is they're trying to make it more open, which will like this ride better, because one of the things I don't like about Forbidden Journey is being closed in a little box on the Kuka arm. Yeah. So they explain in the background that because it's more open, there's nowhere to put they can't do it very easily. They don't want to put the usual sensors. Usually when you have a lap bar or like an overhead bar, there'll often be a sensor that says, a light will come on and say that you're properly restrained. I always think of Star Tours when they have a little box with a bunch of lights in it to show that everyone in the Star Tours shuttle has their belts on. But anyway, so they said that it's difficult, I think, because if you look at figure 1, there's just probably, with how much this moves on the end of the arm here, there's just not a lot of room to put electrical connections up in the ride vehicle where the people are. 134, you can see like the dummies up there. So what they want to do...
is that the track that's what it's going to look like?
Yeah, I think they're just, example track of the Kuka arm going from A to B. This is figure 2. Figure 3 actually shows the more design of it. And you can see these in the ride videos, that it's supposed to look more kind of industrial looking, and there's these spikes, but it looks like they filed the spikes down if you look in the videos they released, but to make it look kind of like Frankenstein monsterish type stuff.
A question that I had is Forbidden Journey, it's a constant mover. Do you think this is going to be a constant mover too?
Yeah, it looks like in the videos they're trying to simulate that you're like bouncing, it's always moving. Yeah. And they made a big turn. I will have to do that. There's supposedly a patent of a big turn wheel to load these, so this would actually load. Yeah. This would actually be more constant than Harry Potter, which is like a line. It's a straight line where they load, and I think this is intended to be on a wheel. And I've seen that, but we'll have to talk about that one as well. Yeah. And if I can dig it up, I'll throw up a picture right now here.
Also, you know how it's and since it's a constant mover, you know how it seems like you stop at a screen. You want to know how you don't crash in the other carts?
How?
It's because there's a giant turn wheel with a giant dome-ish screen that you go in. You're turning with it.
For all the little IMAX screens. Yeah. Yes. And I will be very glad if they don't have these on this one. The Harry
I'm pretty
Potter
sure
ones.
there's just gonna be a couple.
I think there's no cone screens like Harry Potter. I guess it's gonna be mostly animatronics.
Yeah.
So.
And it's supposed to have cutting edge animatronics, really good ones.
Yeah. So figure 4 shows kind of more the industrial look, shows those spikes, which look like they've been filed off so no one gets poked on them. If you look at figure 5, this is actually what they're patenting. This is the restraint bar, looks all industrial and Frankenstein-ish. And what they're doing, rather than have a sensor light, you can see at the 504 here, there's a little what they call a tab, and the tab has a marking on it. So this will be a colored marking. And so what they want to do is this will go, it's exploded view, but the tab's going to go into this slot that's in the side of where you're sitting. And so if you can see the tab, then it's not the person's not restrained properly. So instead of a light, they're doing it with the ride operator is just going to have to look and see what they can see of the color of the tab and decide whether or not you're properly restrained. So most likely it'd be that they'd want to see all the tab, that color on the tab 508, disappear if you're properly restrained. Figure 6 shows this probably a little more accurately. It shows where the tab's going, and then the bottom of figure 6 shows the tab with the color completely disappeared. So that's probably to say, okay, this person's restrained properly. So rather than a light, that's going to be your visual indication that they're okay to go on the ride.
A question I have is, if there's like an in-show exit and you get off the ride, how would they do it?
They would just come and pop, like they would just come and release your restraints.
But what if you're like in the like on Forbidden Journey? What if you were in like the Whomping Willow scene, like facing upwards?
Either they'd have to have the Kuka arm has to have a release that would drop you down to like a base position where you could just walk off, or they'd have to get like a ladder or a platform or like a cherry picker. Do you know what a cherry picker is?
No.
It's those little like people stand on them and you have like a control knobs and you can lift yourself up in the air. I've seen people use them on YouTube videos.
Oh.
That's called the cherry picker. So that's what it shows in figure 6, properly restrained. Figure 7 shows the idea of then 708 shows...
Wait, are those on figure 6? The stuff on top of the seats, are those the spikes you were talking about that you may remove so no one gets...
Yeah, I think they filed them down if you look at the pictures. And I don't know if it's the perspective here, but then these may change heights too, because it looks like the one in the back is higher, so maybe there's a way to slide this up and down for people of different heights. Figure 7 is showing a maximum position, which this would be difficult, but I don't know if you couldn't get it between your legs or a small kid. There's another bar 708 that shows that if it's too far, if you're like overly restrained, and they're going to call that not safe. And then figure 8's just a flow chart showing the idea of the method of how they're going to do this. This actually just got allowed. Went right through examination, no rejections. So they're going to have the patent on these tabs for a restraint system showing whether or not you're restrained properly. So good for them. Nice broad claims. We'll see if they file any other patents on this after this one. And that's it. So Monsters Unchained is not patented for the ride. It's patented for a tab on the restraint system. Mm-hmm. So nothing too protective as far as the advanced animatronics go, but I'm assuming they have some other patents for those. So we're going to talk about the Curse of the Werewolf. There's 2 different things we can do on that one. The spinning coaster, right?
Yeah.
And then it also has a drop. I think it's supposed to have a drop launch, a swing launch. So we're going to talk about Disney has a patent on a swing launcher. And that's basically where they just take it in the air and they swing you down and they launch the coaster. So we'll see what Disney has for that, and if that's going to potentially infringe, if Universal is going to infringe with the werewolf coaster. So that'll be coming up. Until then, we will see you later and talk to you about Epic Universe later.
Bye.